She was fired for theft and the director asked her a question. Her answer made him fall to his knees. Lois, a single mother, spent a long time searching for a job before she found a position that suited her. The hard part was the fact that the woman didn't have an education and therefore, could only be considered for the most simple and low-paying offers. Lois was on top of the world when she was hired as a cleaner in the bank, unaware that this job would change her fortune forever. One day, the mother was accused of stealing some files, and during interrogation, the director of the bank discovered an astonishing truth. After getting the job, the young mother rented a small house on the outskirts of Detroit, which cost her most of her earnings. Luckily, the landlady lived next door and didn't mind babysitting her daughter while she went to work. Mrs. Martin was a kind and sweet old woman who, despite her advanced age, always tried to help the unfortunate young woman who had no relatives and grew up in an orphanage. It was rumored that Lois's mother passed away after childbirth, and there was no one else to take care of the baby. The woman never knew her biological father and could only guess who he was in real life. At first, everyone in the bank treated the new cleaning lady with a touch of disdain, as they believed that she was wasting her youth on such a low-paying job. But when the bank started shining with cleanliness and always having a fresh feeling about it, the staff started appreciating her hard work. It was the bank director, Samuel, who was more impressed by the woman's perseverance and diligence. He was a married man, and every day he would hurry home as his wife, Kate, would patiently wait for him. No one could have expected that Lois, a regular cleaner, Destiny, would be entangled with Samuel and his wife. Samuel and Kate met 3 years ago and despite the age difference of almost 30 years, they decided to get married in just 1 month. All the employees in the bank began to talk that the woman married their boss for money. However, the man was blinded by love and chose to believe that those claims were just speculations of envious people who weren't as successful in life as he was. The husband had a habit of sharing his day's experience with his wife and involuntarily he would often talk about the cleaning lady. Samuel would always praise Lois in front of Kate, and this did not sit well with her. "Who's that new beauty at the office? She's obviously got some kind of agenda, and she started by charming my husband. She probably wants to steal him from me, and he's so gullible that he wouldn't even notice when it happens. I need to go to the office and see this cleaning lady myself," thought the director's wife. The truth was that Kate was a gold digger, and had married Samuel for fame and money. The woman had no feelings for her husband and even started an affair immediately after the wedding, spending time with her lover whenever Samuel went out of town on long business trips. That is why she felt that Lois was threatening her position and would do anything to get rid of this female cleaner. Lois was living happily with her daughter and was now financially stable. She couldn't have asked for more. But then one day, a whole new set of problems was awaiting her. The mother was accused of stealing. It all started when Samuel was horrified to discover some important documents were missing from his safe. Moreover, the safe wasn't broken into, which suggested that it was an inside job. He went home and narrated the whole incident to his wife, and Kate took this opportunity to put doubt in his mind about Lois. She blamed the cleaning lady, and the next morning, the poor mother found herself questioned by the bank's security team. She denied stealing any papers, so it was decided until the culprit was not caught, Lois would be temporarily suspended from work. It felt like her world was shattered. On the other hand, Samuel hired a private investigator to solve the issue. Finally, the PI gave the banker the full investigation report, and the bank director looked at the cleaning lady's file. What the banker learned from the single mother's file made him uneasy. He immediately took his car and drove to Lois's house. Seeing the director at her door, the woman immediately turned pale, lowering her eyes. But instead of hearing accusations, she heard something more surprising and incredible. "Well, hello, daughter, tell me, was your mother's name Selina?" asked Samuel with tears in his eyes. She nodded, and the man narrated the whole story of how his parents made him break up with Selena. Both hugged each other for a long time. Meanwhile, it was revealed that Kate was the one who stole the files. The director's wife was so desperate to get her rival out of the way that she was willing to do anything for it. Samuel immediately filed for divorce thanks to the prenup they signed before getting married. Kate didn't get anything in the divorce. Now that the man had a daughter and a little granddaughter, his life got a whole new meaning and was filled with laughter and happiness.